Title: What is Hedera, also known as Hbar, and cut through the hype? So first, what is it? Hedera is a public distributed ledger, similar to a blockchain, but it doesn't actually use a traditional blockchain. Instead, it runs on something called Hashgraph, which is a different type of consensus system. The goal here is simple: be faster, cheaper, and more efficient than most existing networks. And on paper, it delivers. We're talking thousands of transactions per second, extremely low fees, like fractions of a cent, and transactions that finalize in just a few seconds. It's also designed to be energy efficient, which is a big selling point. But here's where it gets interesting. Hedera isn't really trying to be the next crypto for the people in the same way as something like Ethereum. It's built for enterprises, big companies, institutions, governments. In fact, it's governed by a council made up of major global organizations. Companies like Google, IBM, Boeing, Dell, and Deutsche Telekom are directly involved in running and overseeing the network. That's a huge deal. Most crypto projects don't have anything close to that level of corporate backing. Now, does that mean it's actually being used? Yes, but with some important caveats. Hedera does have real-world use cases. It's being used in areas like supply chain tracking, tokenization of assets, payments, carbon credit systems, and digital identity. There's also a foundation funding new projects to build on the network. So it's not just theory, it's being tested and implemented. However, adoption is still early. A lot of these projects are pilot programs or funded initiatives. Compared to ecosystems like Ethereum or Solana, Hedera has a much smaller developer base, less DeFi activity, and fewer retail users. And here's the part people don't always mention. Even if companies use the Hedera network, that doesn't necessarily mean they need to hold large amounts of Hbar long-term. So real-world usage doesn't automatically translate into price growth for the token. That's one of the biggest debates around Hedera. On the one side, you've got the bullish view. Strong tech, real partnerships, enterprise adoption, this could become the back-end infrastructure of the internet. On the other side, the bearish view. It's too centralized, adoption is slow, and the token itself might not capture much of the network's value. So, what's the honest conclusion? Hedera has very strong technology. Its partnerships are some of the most impressive in the entire crypto space, and it does have real-world use cases. But adoption is still developing, and the long-term value of Hbar as an investment is not guaranteed. The simplest way to think about it is this. Hedera isn't really a hype-driven crypto project. It's more like enterprise infrastructure that's trying to quietly integrate into real systems.